How's it going, everyone? Austin Honecker here. I just want to come on here for a while and no, it's not an All Elite Wrestling review or me covering a song. This video, I gotta tell you all, I have some bad news. Tuesday night, my great grandfather, JB Lackey, passed away. He was 100 years old and he passed away in his sleep. You know, I got calls from my family. Uh, I got a call from my step grandma, which is my great grandpa's son's wife. You know, it's his son's widow, and my cousin Jay Persinger's wife Christina. Well, what really happened is my mom, Kim Lackey, the self-centered bitch, called, messaged me on Facebook about it, and I didn't answer her because of our bad mother-son relationship. I didn't message her back. Well, I messaged my step grandma and my cousin's wife, and well, they called me, and I told them, I said, "Is it true that Papaw JB passed away?" And they said, "Yes, Austin. I hate to say this, but Pop, Papaw JB did pass away last night." I said, "What happened to him?" They said, "He passed away in his sleep." And they told me that the last month or two of his life, he got really bad sick all at once and everything. You know, my great grandfather, he meant so much to me. He really fucking did. You know, I have a lot of good memories about my great grandfather. And, you know, yeah, I know I shared a lot of memories, about him in his birthday video back in um in on December 5th, 2021, on his 100th birthday. And you know, uh and all those memories were true, and they were all great memories. And the man was funny as hell. He cussed like a sailor, he talked inappropriate. He he had a he had a great sense of humor. And he's um he also um like, he was grumpy, he was sassy, and he always joked around with me, always picked on me. And you know he had a great sense of he was a damn good man. you know we lived like almost 2 hours away from each other, but me and my great grandfather, we were really close. We were really close. And we had a good grandfather grandson relationship. And, you know, I will say this. I'm very thankful, lucky, and fortunate that I got to have him in my life for 27 fucking years. And, you know, I got to spend his 100th birthday with him back in December, and I never fucking thought it would be his last one. I never thought that. I never thought that would have been his last birthday, but sadly it was. And I will say this, when I went to visit with him on his last birthday, we had a damn good time. You know, I didn't tell him I was coming up because I wanted to surprise him, so I told my cousin Jay Persinger's wife Christina that we were coming up, and that me and my best friend Jonathan Miller, aka John Fun, were coming up. And I and I told her not to tell him, because I told her that I wanted to surprise him, and she said, "Okay, I won't tell him. Uh, I'll keep it a surprise." So me and my best friend Jonathan Miller, aka John Fun, what we did that day, we met up at the park and ride in Nitro, West Virginia, so I could park my car and ride with him. Well, as we got on the road, we went to visit my great-grandfather, JB Lackey, for his 100th birthday. It took about almost 2 hours to get there. But, you know, as soon as we got there, I knocked on the door. He answered, and he said, "Hey, buddy." I said, "Well, hey, Papaw." I said, "Happy birthday." And he said, "Thank you, buddy." And, you know, as soon as my best friend Jonathan Miller, aka John Fun, walked in the door, my great-grandfather looked at him, and he said, "Hey, fat ass." And me and Jonathan both sat there and fucking laughed our asses off. And we went in the kitchen, all three of us, me, my best friend Jonathan, and my great-grandfather, all went in the kitchen. And I got my great-grandfather a card for his birthday. And I told him I got him a card, and I gave it to him, and he looked at it, and he asked me if I could open it for him. So I did. And and so I opened it for him. He looked at it. He said, "That's a nice card." And he couldn't see it too good, and he asked me to read it to it. He wanted me to look at it for him. So I did. And my best friend Jonathan Miller told me, he said, "Why don't you read it to him?" Because Jonathan Miller had us on video. And he told me, he said, "Why don't you read it to him?" And I read that card to him. And after I read it to him, he said thank you, and he hugged me. And that meant so much to me. It really did. That, you know, that he loved and appreciated the card I got for him, and that he loved and appreciated me as his great-grandson. And, you know, while we were there, you know, my great-grandfather had a cat. It was a white cat named Buddy. Well, that cat was all over the house. And my great-grandfather was looking all over the house for his cat. And I tried to, you know, he lifted up his recliner, and I tried to help him with it. He said, "Don't tear up my damn chair, now get your ass over there and sit down." And so I went over to sit down because, you know, he was telling me to, because, you know, where he told me, "Don't tear up my damn chair, now get your ass over there and sit down." I was like, "Okay." And I went over there to sit down. And it was funny because when he, you know, what really impressed me is him at 100 years old, he was still in great shape the last time I seen him. And he got up and down the stairs, like 15 stairs is what it was. He got up and down them stairs in 10 seconds. And he was upstairs looking for his cat and everything too. But he was looking all over the house for his cat, and he could not find that cat to save his fucking life. And that cat, you know, he said, you know, my best friend Jonathan Miller, he said, "Here, kitty, 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 kitty." And the cat started meowing. The cat was saying, "Meow, meow, meow." And so I looked under the chair that my best friend was sitting in. And I looked under the chair, the cat was under the chair. And I said, "Jonathan, get the fuck up, the cat's under the goddamn chair." And Jonathan got up out of the chair, and as soon as Jonathan got up out of the chair, the cat started taking off running. And me and Jonathan, we were sitting there laughing our asses off about it because Jonathan accidentally was crushing the cat, not meaning to. And as we were laughing and everything, my great-grandfather, he said to me and my best friend Jonathan, he said, "You two cool it down, you're scaring my goddamn cat." And then he looked at my best friend Jonathan, my great-grandfather did, and he said, "You leave my goddamn cat the fuck alone." And my cousin Jay, which is my great-grandfather's grandson, he came over and ran him some breakfast. He ran him some breakfast, made him a cup of coffee, shaved him, and got him dressed. And because my cousin Jay and his wife were taking him, they took him out to dinner at Golden Corral in Beckley, West Virginia, because Golden Corral was his favorite restaurant. And my cousin Jay was getting him dressed. And my cousin Jay was saying to my great-grandfather, he was talking about those pants being too tight or too loose, and my great-grandfather said, "I don't give a shit." And then it was funny because after my cousin Jay left for him and his wife to get ready, my great-grandfather come up to my best friend Jonathan, got up in his face and said, "Your fucking fat ass scared my goddamn cat." And my great-grandfather went to take a nap for about an hour or so before my cousin Jay and his wife came and got him to take him out for dinner, for his birthday dinner. And before me and my best friend Jonathan left, and before my great-grandfather, my cousin Jay, and his wife Christina went to my great-grandfather's birthday dinner, I wanted to get a picture with my great-grandfather. And my best friend Jonathan Miller took the picture of us, and my great-grandfather, he just was not having it at all. And my great-grandfather, he wouldn't look at the camera or nothing, and finally he did. And while he was bitching about it, he said, "Oh, bullshit." My great-grandfather said to me, he said, "Oh, bullshit. My great-grandfather said to me, he said, "Oh, bullshit. You're trying to hold my ass up, ain't you?" And I said, "Hell yeah." I picked at him back and I said, "Hell yeah, I am." And he said, "Uh-huh." And like, we got the pictures together and everything. And, we all had to leave afterwards because me and my best friend had to leave. And my great-grandfather, my cousin Jay, and his wife had to leave as well. So me and my best friend got to spend about 3 hours with him on his 100th birthday. And, I look back on it, it was a damn good day. It was a fucking awesome day. And I never fucking thought that would be the last time I'd ever fucking see him. I thought in my right mind that I was going to be able to have more time and memories with him. But sadly I didn't. I wish this was all a fucking dream and not a goddamn reality. But sadly it's a reality, not a dream. And, like I said, I'm very thankful, lucky, and fortunate that I got to spend time with my great-grandfather on his 100th birthday, which was his last birthday. But I'd never thought that would have been his last one. I never thought that. And also, that being the last time I got to see him. Because I was looking forward to seeing him more this year. And because we seen each other every chance we got. I mean, we were close and everything, but the distance in our grandfather-grandson relationship, it was almost 2 hours away from each other, but we were still fucking close. And, the last time I got to see him for his 100th birthday, which was his last one, I'm very thankful, lucky, and fortunate that I got to do that. And, I am. I'm very fucking lucky, thankful, and fortunate that I got to see him and spend time with him on his 100th birthday, which was his last one. And I'll forever cherish and hold that memory in my heart and soul. And, tomorrow is his funeral. His funeral will be at the Cook Funeral Home in Cedar Grove, West Virginia. And for family, it'll be from 11:30. For family, it'll be from 11:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Visitation, which is the viewing, will be from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and the funeral will be at 1 p.m. And I'm going to do my best to go because I feel like I need to go. I mean, I'm not big into going to funerals because of how my anxiety is and how my depression is, but I feel because my great-grandfather meant so fucking much to me, I need to go. And hopefully my best friend will be able to go with me. I really fucking hope so, because I need all the support I can fucking get. And, you know, I will say this. I despise my great-grandfather's ex-girlfriend, Amy Cox. I will say this, Amy, you fucking ruined Papaw JB's life. You did. You fucking caused a lot of issues with my fucking Papaw JB, with my great-grandfather. You did. And I hope the fuck karma comes back to bite you in the ass. I do. And I'm glad that there was a restraining order on your ass. Because my great-grandfather was sick. He was sick. He was very sick the last month or two of his life. And with your bullshit, it didn't make it any better because it fucking stressed him out. And that stress added worse to his physical health. But you know, enough about her because I'm going to end up getting fired up. But I will say this. My great-grandfather, he lived 100 years of his life. He did. 100 years. 100 long years of his life. And he was lucky to live 100 years of his life. He was. Because not many people are that lucky to live 100 years. Because the majority of people don't live to be 100. But he was one of the rare ones that did. And, you know, I will say this, my great-grandfather, he's went through hell in his life, you know, because he lost a lot of family members. He lost his wife, which was my great-grandmother, Emma Lackey. He lost her on March 19th, 1991. She was 63 and passed away from lung cancer. And they were married for 43 years. He lost his youngest daughter, which was my great-aunt Sherry Persinger. She passed away on June 7th, 2002. She was 45 and passed away from alcoholism. He lost his youngest daughter, he lost his oldest daughter, which was my great-aunt Lida Scott. He lost her on April 30th, 2004. She was 53 and passed away from a heart attack. He lost his son, which was my grandfather, Tom Lackey, on September 30th, 2014. He was 62 and died from heart failure. And he lost his granddaughter, which was my aunt Jenny Garrettson, on January 19th, 2017. She was 45. She was 41 and died from breast cancer. So he outlived 5 people in his life. His wife, all 3 of his children, and 1 of his grandchildren. But now he's gone. And so he lived almost 31 years after his wife. Almost 20 years after his youngest daughter. Almost 18 years after his oldest daughter. Almost 8 years after his son, and and 5 years after his granddaughter. And I know he's better off not suffering. I know. But I still fucking miss him. I do. And this really fucking hurts because he meant so much to me. He really did. And you know, Papaw JB, I love you. I miss you. And I just want to thank you for being in my life for 27 years. And you know that it was a great 27 years with you. And you know, all the times we had together, they were all great times because they were all laughs and great times. Because every time you entered a room, you could light it up. You lit up a room every time you entered it. You know, you were funny as hell, and you always had me laughing. You always had me in stitches laughing because you were one crazy son of a bitch. And that's what I loved about you. You were blunt, you were honest, you had no filter, and you were funny as hell. And, you know, all the times that I got to spend with you, I will forever love and cherish those memories. I will. I honestly fucking will. And this world will not be the same without you. And, you know, like I said, I'm lucky. I'm very lucky, thankful, and fortunate that I got to have you in my life for 27 years. And you were a damn good man. And there will never be another JB Lackey in this world. And you know, it's going to be hard. You know, my depression's at a high, my anxiety's at a high, you know, because I felt part of me is gone too. And, you know, like part of me went with you, Papaw JB. Part of me went with you. And, you know, I'll always love you and I'll always miss you very much. And, you know, like I said, I just want to thank you for being in my life for 27 years and being a damn good man and loving me. And I know you always said shit about me having long hair because you didn't like long hair on a man, but you know, but I know that's exactly what you thought because of how you were brought up and the generation you were in, but I know you fucked with me all the time. You really did. And I know you loved me. Because I know if you didn't love me, you wouldn't have picked. If you didn't love me, you wouldn't have picked on me. But you know, I also want to thank you for all the times we got to spend together. And you know, I know there was times you got hateful and grouchy with me, but I know it was just how you were because you were older, and usually when people get older, they get grouchy. And I did not take that personal. I just put it in one ear and took it out the other, and I still loved you. 'Cause, I mean, you were grumpy and sassy a lot too, but I still loved you. And I always will love you, Papaw, forever and always. And I will do my best. I will do my goddamn fucking best to keep your memory alive. And I will do my best to try to live for you, Papaw JB. Because I know you wouldn't want me upset. I know that for a fucking fact. You wouldn't want me upset. But I can't help it because I love you so much. And I miss you. And I always will love you, and I always will miss you. And it's gonna suck not being able to come and visit you anymore. But Like I said, I will do my best to keep your memory alive, and I will hold you very close to my heart and soul. And and Papa, I'll never forget you. I never will ever fucking forget you at all. I will I will love and grieve over you until my time is up in this world. Because, like I said, you were a damn good man. You were the best great grandfather I ever had, and and that'll never change. Even though you're not here physically or emotionally, physically, mentally, and emotionally anymore, you will still hold a very special place in my heart. Papaw JB, I love you, I miss you, and I'll forever cherish every memory we've had, every time we spent together, and every memory we've had. People, hold your loved ones tight. Hug your loved ones tight. Tell your loved ones you love them. Tell your friends you love them. Do something nice for someone. Keep your messages, keep your phone calls, keep your texts, because the memories are just not enough. Because 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 if you keep your phone calls, your messages, and your texts, you'll have that all that to remember by as well. You will have that you won't just have your memories, because yeah, you'll have your memories, but you need to keep your phone calls, your Facebook messages, like any messages from social media, and your texts, because um because that's something to remember your loved ones and your friends by. And spend as much time as you can with your loved ones and your friends, because our tomorrows are not promised to any of us, ever. So don't take your loved ones and your friends or life for granted, because if you do, you will end up fucking regretting it, you will end up fucking regretting it in the long run. And you don't want to live the rest of your life with regret, because trust me, it sucks living with regret, because I've done that, and it sucks. But everyone, I just wanted to come on here for a good while and give you all an update on what's going on with me, because I'm not doing well mentally right now because of the passing of my great grandfather JB Lackey. But I will do my best, because I may take a break from content for a while to have time to grieve over my great grandfather. But just know I love you all, and I always will. Thank you all for being fans of mine on YouTube, and for all the kind words and positive feedback you all give me. That's much appreciated. For the ones that give me negative feedback, that's your loss, not mine. But the ones that give me positive feedback and send love and support to me, I greatly appreciate it. I do. But like I said, I may take a break from content for a little bit, so I could have time to grieve over my great grandfather. But I will keep you all posted on it. I will try to keep you all posted as much as I can. So if you don't see any AEW review, any All Elite Wrestling reviews, or any covers of songs, or any content in general, just know what's going on. You'll know what's going on with me. But anyway, like I said, I just wanted to come on here for a little bit. But one last thing, Papaw JB, I love you, and I miss you, and I will always love you and miss you until the day I pass away, until my time is up in this world. But like I said, everyone, I just wanted to come on here for a while and give y'all an update of what's going on. And and but just know I love you all and I always will. Thank you all very much.